Okay. Today we are starting the board session in Hok Aloron, and what we are going to do is we are using the board to draw a lot of diagrams. Now, why we are doing this? You will see that whenever we talk about cinematography or production design or set design, or blocking, staging and blocking, we need diagrams. It will help you to understand how you are going to do it before you shoot. It will help in your pre-visualization. At least once you have some idea from the board, or whenever you are doing some animation in the computer using technologies, you will have some idea whether you go for 2D or 3D, whatever it is. You have some idea of the space and time. This is where we are mainly talking about the space and the frame. Whenever mise-en-scène we will talk about when we talk about set design and production design, but here obviously we talk about mise-en-scène. But a composition, whenever we have a camera, we have a composition. Now, I am not talking about movement today, because sometimes you will see that whenever we are talking about movement, whether the person will enter from this direction, whether the person will enter from this direction, these things are there. You can do it in storyboards. If the person is entering from this direction or this direction, these are the things you can do. Now, if I talk about shot, you will see that this is one shot. When you are drawing it, we are practicing the drawing, this is one shot, right? Now, if you go for extreme close-up, you will see that this is what you are capturing, the face. Now, if you need a long shot, or you need this, you need to capture the full body of an actor, you need a shot like this, right? If it is a two shot, two people are talking, so you can do something like this. So, what we are doing is we are doing live storyboarding, but this is not a very serious storyboarding, but we are showing you how you can do that, the interaction. Suppose there is another person who is coming from this direction. So, we have an interaction. The moment we put these characters in this frame, you feel like there is an interaction happening non-verbally or through dialogue. So, something you can capture. Now, suddenly from this shot, what you can do is over the shoulder and other shots. Now, let us give it a shot. Suppose you do not understand anything. The next shot we will cover is these two people are there and this is one person. So, you will have an idea of the people. So, the thing changed, how you are changing the shot. Now, when you are changing this decision making will call for storytelling, wise decision making, why you are going for that particular shot. What is the significance of that particular shot, why you are choosing this frame, why you are choosing that frame, why you are composing in that way. And the focal point of a scene or a composition, you are directing the eye of the viewer. Then there is hierarchy. Hierarchy means you will compose it in a way, one, they will look at this, two, they will look at this, three, they will look at this, four, they will look at this. This is called hierarchy, or people give it other names as well. But which is the most important subject in this particular composition, or that point you are, audience is drawing to their attention to, or they are looking at. So, these things are there, So, that is hierarchy. Then we will talk about texture, contrast and all these things. Now, why we are talking about cinematography in this manner? Suppose you are choosing this particular shot, but if you are choosing color to shoot this particular scene, it will have a different impact. If you are choosing black and white to shoot this particular scene, it will have an impact, and it will have a particular impact. Now, a director, a good cinematographer, they know what impact it can have before they actually shoot it. That is the experience you have in filmmaking. So the director and the cinematographer, they discuss a lot and they come up with the shots, they come up with the staging and blocking, they come up with the movements, they come up with the composition and all these things. And you will know that sometimes it is written in the script that this is going to be the next scene, and it is easier for you to shoot because everything is there in the script, and you just follow the script, and whatever is there you shoot. There is a script supervisor, there can be a script supervisor who is telling you what to do in this particular situation, because it is already there in the script, whether you are shooting that thing or not. And you know, if it is not there in the script, then you are taking some ad hoc decisions, spontaneous decisions, where the cinematographer is coming with improvisation, the director is thinking this can be the shot we can experiment with, this is the thing we should do, let's have another shot. I have mentioned all these things, but how it is in real life. Now in the next shot, suppose two people are interacting like this, face to face communication. You know, the beauty of cinema is sometimes you choose to show whether they actually move through that space and they actually come face to face, you know. You can choose to show that, sometimes you choose not to show that, and people will know that the continuity is happening, the story is moving forward, the story is progressing, and you have two faces interacting with each other, right? Now again, sometimes we have an establishing shot, you know. Before you shoot the scene, you are actually showing maybe there is a building, there is a building, there is a big building, you know, there is a big building, and I'm just showing you there are multi-storied buildings and there are two people moving towards, this building. So you are establishing the shot. Now, if I talk about the previous diagram, you can understand maybe the entire scene was happening inside the building. So before that, in the storyboarding, you are showing that these two people are going inside the building, right? And one person was already staying there. Now, whatever we did just before, that is happening afterwards, if you choose to keep it in that way. But the beauty of cinema, again, sometimes you can play with the storytelling devices and maybe that interaction is happening. Later, you are showing people that these people were entering in this scene. So, how you are composing mise en scène, set design, production design, whatever you choose to do, but how you are composing this shot, how you are doing storyboarding, how you are telling the story, these things are important. So it is not like it's a mid shot, it's a long shot, it's, we are using this lens and that lens. Those things are there, technical aspects and all these things, but how it is helping to tell the story, right? Then you will see that this is what you are capturing through camera, right? This is what you are capturing through camera. Now, how you can use the diagram? Again, suppose you are doing staging and blocking. This person is here, this person is here, and this person is here, And what you are doing is sometimes, or in many situations, sometimes people don't do that, but in most of the professional situations, you will see that people use a lot of markings in staging and blocking, especially if it is a critical shot. So you know that this person is going from this position to this position. This is where they are meeting. Accordingly, the camera position will change, the shot will change, and everything is figured out. And we should do that when, especially if you are, having a budget constraint, if you want to shoot in a particular manner, you have the time constraint and the budget constraint, and sometimes professionalism, because the cinematographer will plan accordingly, people will plan accordingly, all the other professionals will plan accordingly. Sometimes you just take the camera and you do that, but since we are talking about staging and blocking and the professional aspects of filmmaking, you need to know that these are the points you are doing, this point is there. Now these two people are going here, accordingly the camera is moving or the shot is changing. Suddenly we are going for a different shot, right? So if you want to do a lot of innovation in terms of storytelling, in terms of technology, you can do all the time, because cinema is giving you a vast learning opportunity, right? This is while we are shooting it, or you can say location, physical location, right? And this is when you are capturing in camera, right? So this is the story you are telling, and this is going to the audience, this part. And this is not going to the audience, this is for the cast and crew, this is for the directors, sometimes it is for the producers, because they are also looking into those aspects, whether you are going for the time and budget or not. So this is the way we will talk about cinematography too, and it will help in storyboarding as well.